Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy JD Wonders, and we are back at it again with part 2 of our PC build. In the first video, we went over all the parts of the PC. As you can see on screen, you can see all the parts on the table. I originally planned to do a entire build where you would see the steps and that I went through to build the PC. I wanted to walk you through it and give you a rundown of the details and the frustrations of things, but unfortunately I lost the footage. So instead I would do a speed run and I'll talk about a little bit of the problems and issues and things that I've learned when building my PC, and things I won't do next time. But anyways, guys, let's just get on with the video. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know, I'm gonna continue putting out new videos. Try to do it on a week basis. This took quite a bit of time to do, but if you could do any one of those things, I would greatly appreciate it. But anyways, let's get on with the video. So one of the things that I definitely learned when building this PC is, first off, don't build your first PC and try to start doing a YouTube channel at the same time, because you won't see it because I cut all that stuff out, but I kind of get a little frustrated because I'm constantly having to stop, remember this, remember that, and it's like little small details that I was like, man, I should have known that, man. I should have figured that out. Like, what am I still doing here? But even though, you know, it did take some time, I did have fun building this PC. Like I said, I learned a lot. And you know, now that I've built one, I can build a second one. So I'll probably build another one in the way future when my son is old enough and he can get this one. But as you see on the table, this is all the parts that I use. I forgot in my last video to put all the parts in the description box below, but they'll definitely be down in the description box below this time. I'm sorry about that last time, but if you go down there, you should be able to see all the parts. And this is the case. The case was big. It was bigger than what I thought. Like, I remember watching videos of people putting PCs together, and this case did not look that big, honestly, but that thing is massive. It was way bigger than what I actually originally thought it was going to be. But one of the cool things that I'm trying to point out here is that it's got a light bar at the front that shines, and you'll see at the end of the video when I get it put together what it looks like. And of course, the first thing I want to start on whenever I'm building this PC is the motherboard and the CPU, getting that together, because that's kind of like a good starting point. Unfortunately, right here, one of the things I learned here is that, you know, those come off really easy. Kind of had to watch a YouTube video on that because I was like, man, what in the world? I thought these things came off easy, but you just lift them up. Another thing is that you probably don't see is I forgot to take off a lot of the plastic that they had to protect the glass. You'll see, like in the later part of the video, right before I show you the finished product of the build, you'll see the plastic still on there because I forgot to take it off. I actually didn't even know I had it on there because it had it on the inside and the outside. And all I'm doing here is just taking the pieces apart, you know, getting it all ready, because we're gonna be running a bunch of wires and stuff. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna let you watch for a few minutes and I'll come back whenever something interesting happens. And so the motherboard is where you connect all your components to. Some of the things that I learned about the motherboard was it's simple. You know, everything is listed on there. Like, if you really look, it's got really small lettering. It'll tell you this is CPU fans, this is for your header, this is for RGB lighting. Like, it's got it written on your motherboard. Another thing, good helpful tip is honestly, the manual. The manual has everything you could possibly ask for in there, written in there. It tells you what connects here, what goes here. And if you notice, I'm putting in the Royal Trident RAM. Man, those things are great. They're beautiful within the. Once you see it at the end, it looks so good in there. One of the things I didn't know though, they also have that plastic on each side of those. So after I got the PC fully built and put together and was running, I went and looked up a video and I seen somebody rip it off. I was like, no. I was like, please don't tell me I meant I was supposed to do that. So sure enough, I take it apart. I pull out the RAM and it's got it on there, and I had to take each one and just peel it off of each one because I forgot it. So don't be like me. Try to be better than me. That's what this video is for. Is for you to be better than me. But as you see now, I am putting in the SSD, and either SSD or I'm getting it prepped for the AIO. But the SSD, just speaking on that real quick, there's like multiple spots you can put it, but it's really up to you. I thought I had to put it in a specific spot because I watched one video where this guy puts it here, and I was like, oh man, I should have done that. Why'd I put it here? I'm gonna go ahead and get it in the right spot. But really, ultimately, it could have went there. It'll work the same. Because it's you know, you can have multiple SSDs tied to your motherboard. And now I'm installing the fans. Decided to go ahead and start putting the fans in, just so, because I wasn't going to do a whole lot on this tonight. I was just going to get these fans in and that motherboard done, and that was going to be it. But it was pretty fun, man. One of the crazy things that I learned is that the fans, they don't have like a threaded spot for you to thread your screw through, and I thought that's what they were supposed to have. Like, you would think that it would have like a place for you to thread it, and you don't. Like, when you put it in, it kind of feels like it's free flow, but it's not. It like locks it in place. You don't even have to worry about it. That was one of the cool things that I learned, and I was like, man, I wish I'd have known that, because I was frustrated. And then I hadn't put the AIO in yet. I should have put it in now when I've got that motherboard out, but I ended up putting the motherboard in. So those of you that are building your PC and you've got a liquid cooler going in, make sure you put that in and get it connected before. I'm sorry. Make sure you get it prepped before you mount your motherboard, because if you ain't got it prepped, you're just going to end up having to take it right back out, prep it, and then put it back in. But as you can see here, I'm just getting them mounted, getting the fans mounted, putting the motherboard back in like something dumb. Like I said, I was supposed to get it prepped for the AIO. I known that. I watched multiple videos on it, and that's like one of the first things you're supposed to learn whenever you're building the PC. But hey, you know, you live and you learn. And I learned a lot, like I said, when building this PC. But what you're about to see is me on the last day, and when I turn it into a white shirt, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna have to take I'll have the motherboard out, and then I'm going to get it prepped for the AIO, and I'm gonna start putting that in. And then this is where my video cuts out, unfortunately, and I lose everything right here. But you know, I'm actually doing it the right way. Make sure, guys, you do this first. And this is what it looks like after that night was done. I got all the fans mounted. I've got the AIO in. I've got the cables in the back, and pretty much as far as this is concerned, the only thing that else I have to do at this front is just put in the GPU. But this is kind of what it looks like before I completely finished it. It was definitely difficult when doing it with no knowledge, but it was fun. And this is when I first get it turned on. It was funny story. When I first plugged it up into the wall, apparently my receptacle there was messed up and it didn't even turn on. And I was like, what did I do wrong? Oh my God. But if you still notice, I've still got the plastic on the inside. I ripped it off the outside, didn't know it was inside. And this is what it looks like, guys. And if you notice, I've got the Lian Li streamers in there, and they're not working. Apparently the controller that they sent me was not working properly. It was messed up. I got another one and installed it, and they're working now. You'll see it at the end of the video. But yeah, guys, this is what it looks like after I plugged it in. You'll notice that light bar at the front I was talking about is red. All the fans is working, the RAM's glowing. You see that 3090 and 3080, I'm sorry, in there, looking beautiful. I love that little display on the AIO. I got it right now, where you'll see it in the last part of it. It displays the temperature of the CPU and the GPU, man, and it's I love it. It looks great. So you see me pointing it out because I'm like, why are these not working? And this is the finished build. Like I said, I enjoyed it. It was great. I loved how it turned out. And you see the Lian Li streamers is working. You see I added in a little monitor in the back. I eventually will probably might put some information on there about the PC, but I don't know. I mean, I like it how it is. You know, just put a little picture back there just to add some flair. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, like I said, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this PC, how it looked, how it turned out. And until next time, guys, peace.